Well, if you've been following along, we left Texas and we hit the road again. So we decided we would take you along and show you what a travel day looks like.
Here. That's a perfect one. What do you want to wear? That one?
She
doesn't need bloopers with this because
babe,
they're in case you have a blooper.
Bloomers. All right, everybody, what do we call these for little girls? On this day, we woke up in basically what you could call our second home all over. We're traveling on the road pretty quickly, Cracker Barrel. And as you can see, we basically pick up the house from the night before and we load the car seats into the couches. And then we hook up the truck. And just in case you're wondering, we use the Blue Ox towing kit and do just a few steps inside of the truck before everything's all set up and ready to go. While Landon's taking care of that, I'm taking care of the stuff on the inside. It's basically just filling up this sink full of the plants and the coffee stuff, latching all the cabinets, doors, drawers, and kids. Lord, I know it's coming, but yes, this is where my kids ride the entire time that we're driving. And yes, baby sis has started to hate the getting in part, but once we get her in there, she's pretty content. Then I'll set up the littles with a toy or two and do one more walk through to check on everybody, including the fish and the dog, which both do just fine while we drive. For all of y'all that are probably going to do some worrying about it. And then I jump to the back to finally take care of myself. Like wash my face and put on a little bit of makeup. And then I come back in to pretty much correct everything that's flown everywhere. And then get Liam set up on his little preschool app. And like I said, by that time, baby sis is finally falling asleep and I'm able to do some Bible reading. And after we've driven for a little while, we stop at a Love's. We'll get some gas, fill up on water, let everybody out so that they can take a stretch. We'll also take out the trash if it's full. And then the littles and I will walk Oakley over to the dog park area to let him go potty. Specifically, we changed the clocks because we went past a different time zone, changed baby sister, and then loaded back up to hit the road again. Most days we try not to drive more than like 4 hours at a time, sometimes 5, maybe 6 at the most. But most of the time those days are a last minute decision and we decide to do it because our kids slept for a couple of hours, which feels like we gave a couple of hours back. Whatever the drive time is that we pick for that day, we typically drive about half of it, stop for some lunch or a break, and then we'll keep going. And this is the best part about bus life. When sister gets cranky and she needs a bottle and I need to warm it up, it's so easy. I can just do it right here in my kitchen. However, the pouring it into the bottle part, that's pretty difficult. And I'll see if anybody else needs a snack and I'll get back to editing. And before we know it, we've made it to our destination. This time we're staying at a super cute little Harvest Host. And thankfully this one actually has water and electric hookup. Because I mean it when I say the heat from that engine in the bus is horrific. Then per usual, the boys get everything set up and unhooked outside while we get everything set up on the inside. This is when I unload the sink, unload the car seat, and make this place look like a little house again. And don't get me wrong, I am obsessed with all the natural lighting, but we're gonna close all these blinds just until we can get it cooled off in here. And then of course I always have to sweep the floor. Then I reward Sonic and Oki for being such good little pets and set up our net baby gate so baby sister cannot make an escape down the stairs. And then praise the Lord, it was nap time for baby sister and the boys decided to go run some errands somewhere else because unlike Liam, she's not so good of a heavy sleeper. So sometimes honestly it can be a little tough trying to get that boy to stay silent while she takes a nap. So I took advantage of the quiet time, made me another yummy cup of coffee and finished off my editing before we decided to go for a run as a family that evening. Then we let the littles play at the playground because they had been cooped up for most of the day in hopes that those little people burn off quite a bit of energy before we load back up, head back home, get started on some super yummy dinner, and where all the wives at, grilling night is the best night because the dads do most of the cooking. Right before we get everybody into the bedtime routine, get showered, clean, and down for the night. Thanks for watching.